Hey, welcome to Todd The Mod's music channel. I am Todd The Mod, and I hit the mother load. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. We are exactly 8 days away from Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season out there. Been a lot going on, so I'm going to dive right into it. Just about every week or weekend, I've been going somewhere, either a record store or a Goodwill, and I've been finding, here and there some stuff. But this week, or this past weekend, I should say, I was at a Goodwill and hit the mother load, like just, a whole bunch of CDs, some records too. And surprisingly, the records are actually coming down in price. The Goodwill by my house was actually charging like $3 to $5 a record. And these are records you'd find like at a dollar bin in a normal record store, right? So I was quite surprised that someone there said, you know what, 99 cents. That's another thing with Goodwill. It's like if you do find vinyl, it's usually not in the best condition and pretty much most of the time unplayable. At least that's been my experience. I don't know what your experience is. If you had some good experiences at Goodwill, drop me a comment here and let me know and let me know what you find. Anyway, before I get into all the Goodwill stuff and hitting the mother load, for the last several weeks I've been collecting some stuff at normal record stores. And have a few findings I want to share with you today. Starting with today, I was at Walmart today this morning, and I'm always looking for new holiday music, or new to me at least. And I came across this one, Whitney Houston's One Wish, the Holiday Album. Now, I like a variety of music. Mostly I'm influenced by alternative 80s stuff, underground 80s stuff like the Smiths, The Cure, Depeche Mode, that kind of stuff. That's my favorite genre of music, right? But I also love 70s. I love stuff from the 60s. I do love some stuff from the 90s and maybe early 2000s period. But after that, I'm kind of lost. But that being said, I love R&B. I love soul. I love Motown. I love jazz. I love regular rock and roll. There's only maybe a couple of genres of music I'm not really a big fan of, right? So anyway, going on my little rabbit trail there, which I tend to do. Whitney Houston, you can't deny the talent she had. I mean, rest in peace, Whitney. But to me, it's money well spent. Got it for like $20 at Walmart, and it's the exclusive snowy white vinyl. All it is just basically white vinyl. Got the standard Christmas songs on here. I haven't heard this yet. I just picked it up today, so I am looking forward to hearing this. Obviously, what a wonderful voice she had. To me, no one's ever topped the national anthem at a Super Bowl more than Whitney. She is the one that set the bar, and no one's obtained it yet. My boss and I went a few weeks ago to a place called the In-Groove. It's an independently owned record store here in Phoenix, Arizona. I have basically two record stores I like. Zia's Records, which is a chain of record stores in Arizona. And then there's the In-Groove. And the In-Groove is, like I said, independently owned. And they have such a wonderful, awesome selection of music. I'm going to put a link to their website in the description below. And the owner actually has his own YouTube channel too. And every week he comes on YouTube and announces all the new stuff they got in the store, which is awesome. So you can order online. They also got, that you can order online too as well, like turntables, stuff for your turntables, stuff for your records, merchandise, all kinds of cool stuff. If you're ever in Phoenix, definitely visit them, the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona, and check out their website and their YouTube video too. Pretty cool stuff. So I did pick up 3 things from there a few weeks ago with my boss. He got some really cool stuff too, some Christmas stuff, but I limited myself to only $30 because I could have easily walked out of there with like $200 worth of records, right? But it was a week after Black Friday, and I went to Record Store that day. In fact, there's a link to a video for Record Store Day, and I spent quite a bit of money on that. Also, too, the In-Groove has reasonably priced records. Their prices are not out of the ordinary. They're not high priced. So, for instance, I've been in record stores where they're asking like, you look at them going, really? For this? It's really high. And these are fairly priced. So the first one I'm going to start with is the Mission UK, God's Own Medicine. Have this on CD, never owned it on vinyl, so was really happy to find this for 14 bucks, actually. Great album by the Mission UK. I'm a big fan of theirs. I love Carved in Sand. That was my favorite album by them. This one's got Wasteland and Severina, which is my two favorite tracks off this album, and found it on vinyl. So really happy with that one. The next one rounds out a collection of a band known to start the Paisley Underground. And if you've heard those two words, you know that I'm talking about Michael Quercio and the 3 O'Clock. And this is the album I never had. I actually never heard this one. I have their stuff, their first album, EP, actually, all the way up until the last album they put out, which was Vermilion. I don't pronounce that right. With Jason Faulkner as a guitar player, who later on was the guitar player for Jellyfish for their first record. Another favorite band of mine. Anyway, this was the departure. This is the album that was the departure of Luis Gutierrez. And a new guitar player for them named Steven Altenberg. And I never heard it. And I've put it on and listened to it. And it's got its moments. It's not bad. Not my favorite 3 O'Clock album. But it does got its moments of good stuff in here. So Ever After is the album. The 3 O'Clock. Was happy to get that because now I have all their stuff on vinyl. Lastly, from the In Groove, I got something I have on cassette tape from the 80s. I finally got it on vinyl. I used to have it on vinyl back in the day. Don't know what happened to it, so I picked it up again. To me, this is like a staple for Simple Minds. You've got to have this album if you're a fan of theirs. Such great songs. All the Things She Said, Alive and Kicking, and Sanctify Yourself. 3 big hits off this album. Okay, so now we go to the mother load. I'm not going to go through everything I got at Goodwill because it was like 3 bags full. And I think it averaged out to like, I think it was like $25, $30. I had a 20% off coupon. So I got a whole bunch of stuff, especially a lot of CDs. This is only a small stack of what I got. It's actually about 3 big stacks of CDs. I've actually officially run out of room for CDs, so I don't think I can get any more. But just to briefly go over some CDs, got some Norah Jones. I'm a big fan of her. I haven't heard these 2 albums yet. For some reason, they were not in my collection. Actually, I have heard a couple songs. So really happy. This one's I heard the other night, and great album. It's called Little Broken Hearts, and really was happy with that finding. Time Life, we released AM Gold, and being that I love music from the 60s, we got some here from 1969, 67, 68, and 66. Whole bunch of cool artists on here. I'm not going to go list it, but pretty cool stuff. Big fan of Oleta Adams. She does a great version of Brenda Russell's Get Here. She was discovered by Roland Orzabal from Tears for Fears. And in fact, on the Sowing the Seeds of Love album, that's the voice, the woman's voice that you hear in such songs as Woman in Chains. That's Oleta Adams. I can talk today. Yeah. Great album if you haven't checked it out. Some kind of funny ones here. I mean, okay, I'm not going to deny it. I do like Air Supply. I know people would sometimes tease you about this, but I'd never had their greatest hits, and now I do. Like I said earlier, I like all types of music, and there's one artist that I've always loved her voice, and actually has my favorite song off this CD. And for 99 cents, I've never heard the whole album. I figured, why not? It's Toni Braxton. I love that song, another sad love song. It's got a nice feel to it. So pick that up. Got this on vinyl for Record Store Day. Found it on CD for 99 cents. But hey, you can never have too many copies of the English Beats. I just can't stop. Dead-Eye Dick. You may remember their song from the movie Dumb and Dumber called New Age Girl. 99 cents. Couldn't pass it up. John Lennon collection. I used to have this on vinyl, and this one is, I mean, you got to have this in your collection. It's John Lennon. It's his greatest hits, basically. Even has Happy Christmas, War is Over. Favorite Christmas song. One of my favorite Christmas songs. So there you go. And then Amy Mann's second solo album. I'm a big fan of Till Tuesday. A big fan of Amy Mann. And this is a great album. Although I do like her debut album, her first solo album. better than this one, but there you go. So really fast going through some vinyl. Lane Lovitch, New Toy. Found this on vinyl at Goodwill. Pretty awesome find. Nice 80s artist. Herb Albert, Route, the song Route 101, which look it up. I'm sure you've heard it. It's on here. Pretty cool stuff there. Little River Band. I have not heard this album. Hills and Crofts, Greatest Hits, Summer Breeze. Can't go wrong with that. Good song. Hey, I like my yacht rock. I like mellow music. Yeah, like I said, I like a variety of everything. I was really interested in this. It's called Winners. It's a compilation of a whole bunch of R&B artists. So you got Smokey Robinson, the Commodores, Spinners, Kool and the Gang, Radio, which is Ray Parker Jr. You all know Ray Parker Jr.'s, his biggest hit was that Ghostbusters song. I'm a big fan. Anyway, this is it's all beat mixed by a DJ back before I think they call it beat mixing. But didn't know that until I played it, and it's pretty cool actually. Age of Aquarius by The Fifth Dimension. I recently watched this documentary, oh boy, and it's gonna totally draw a blank of what it was called. But it was basically the R&B of the Woodstock R&B. And it was never televised in the 60s, and it should have been. Such a great documentary. It was done by Questlove, and I believe it's on, I want to say Hulu? I don't know. It's on some streaming platform. Might be Hulu, might be Paramount Plus. I don't remember, but in fact, I don't remember the name of it. Oh, man. They were on it, and everyone's heard the song Age of Aquarius. You must have heard that song. So I thought I'd check out the album. It was 99 cents. I'm like, yeah, actually, it's pretty good. Last but not least, y'all know who Styx is, and this was the guy behind Styx. Dennis DeYoung, Desert Moon. Had this on cassette back in the 80s. It was an okay album, but I figured for 99 cents, that cassette has long been played and long been gone. And I do like the song Desert Moon, so I thought I'd pick it up again. And listening to it again, I'm like, okay, it wasn't a bad album. It wasn't terrible. It ain't Styx, though. That's my latest findings of vinyl music. What is yours? What have you been listening to? What albums have you been checking out? What have you found at Goodwill? Do you have good experiences at Goodwill? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, mine's hit and miss. Sometimes I find some good stuff. Sometimes, most of the time, I find stuff that I'm like, no. Anyway, I appreciate you all watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll have some new content for you here soon. I appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful holiday, and y'all take care. All right, bye.